there, Peppers. Lynn here just for the health of it, and we have a very exciting delivery today from Stark Brothers. FedEx just dropped it off, and I do know it is live plant, so we're gonna get right into this as soon as possible. Pardon the baby chicks that have realized they know how to crow now. Super excited. Okay, let's just get into this. This is a dwarf strawberry apple. And dwarf is not the size of the fruit, it's the size of what the tree is gonna get. So I did buy all of my fruit trees on dwarf stock. That just means that the tree shouldn't get larger than 6, maybe 8 feet. And for me, that is just going to make it easier for me to manage these trees and harvest my fruit. Dwarf strawberry apple. Oh, they're so wilty. That's okay. We'll get them some water, get them livened back up. They'll be fine. My other apple tree came just like this. This is a dwarf Sunglow nectarine. This is a dwarf gala apple. And the things to remember when you're buying apples is a lot of them need another apple tree, and it has to be of a different variety for them to get pollinated properly. And I purchased these from Stark Brothers, no affiliate or discount code or anything like that. I purchased them. But I liked their website. They had one, a lot of options, and two, when like you pick the gala apple, it will tell you right there, you do need to buy a second pollinating tree, and it lists the ones that you can buy. So it makes it super easy. You don't even have to think or do research. They tell you exactly what you need. This is a dwarf black Tartarian sweet cherry. And cherries can be similar to apples in that they would need another type to pollinate. Some are self-pollinating, but again, the website really helps you and tells you. Oh my goodness. Poor guy. Oh. This is an antique sweet cherry. So I think I did buy cherries that needed a pollinator, and that's why I got 2 different kinds. The bees are already coming in. This is a dwarf Methley plum. The one thing I like about Stark Brothers, if you have concerns about purchasing online, is they guarantee their trees for 1 year. So, like this one looks really rough. It's wilted. It has some burn or fungus on it and lots of holes. If this plant doesn't survive, they will replace it within the year. And this is a golden delicious apple. Of course, in Washington, you have to buy apples. And our last one here. This guy's really short. I tried to buy all of my trees as 2-year-olds. And even though these look small and non-productive, you'll be surprised at how much they will grow and fill out next spring. But most fruit trees are going to take 3 to 5 years to fruit. So if you can buy a fruit tree that's 2 years old, you will have some of that head start and be able to produce within a year or two. This is a honey sweet pear. Pears are self-pollinating. And pears are not my favorite. I do like them, but they're not my favorite. So luckily I didn't have to buy a pollinating one. And I only have one pear tree. All right, so that looks like it. Yeah. So they say when you receive one of your potted plants, it may or may not have any leaves or has leaves that appear to be damaged and stressed. Your plants or trees have been growing outside and are subject to fluctuating weather conditions and other environmental elements. Rest assured that the root system of your plant or tree is very healthy. This is completely normal this time of year. Your tree is ready to be planted right away. All right, so I am actually not going to plant these. They've had a lot of stress. They've been in a box shipping for 3 days now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the plastic off of them. I'm gonna get them some really good fresh water, and we'll get them set aside. I am gonna leave them out of direct sunlight for a few days, and then I'll slowly acclimate them back to the sun, because even though they were grown outside, they've been in the dark for 3 days. So I'm just gonna get them reacclimated. So we'll get the plastic off and get them some water and get them in a nice, relatively shady spot for the next few days. Figure out where we're gonna plant these guys. Okay, puppers, so we got those plants set up over there, those trees. I used the twist tie that was holding the bag on. I used that to tie the bamboo stake, not the tree, but the bamboo stake. So I twist tied that to my field fence so that they wouldn't get knocked over. They're very stressed right now, and we want to give them the best scenario possible so that they really have a good life here. So yeah, they could get knocked over by chipmunks, squirrels, cats, dogs, wind, all sorts of things. So I just wanted to make sure that we didn't get any more damage than what they already had in shipping. I did decide to leave the plastic bags on for tonight. The reason being is those type of pots basically have no bottom. And I wanted to make sure that they all had the opportunity to get as much water as they could tonight and tomorrow. So I gave just a little bit of water until I kind of saw it running out the bottom a little bit. And then I went back and gave it a little bit extra water because sometimes the soil will either drain it or retain it. And so that second little drink was just to make sure that we were getting full water retention in the soil. But none of them are sitting in puddles of water. And I think that they're just really stressed that they could use as much water as they can right now. So we're gonna let those rest, recover for the next few days. I'm just gonna watch them really close. I'm actually not even gonna plant them for probably 3 or 4 days. I want them to totally decompress from their travels, try to recuperate a little bit, get as much water as possible. I am not going to fertilize them. This is fall, which is the perfect time for planting trees, but we don't want to fertilize them, which we think would help them right now in stress, but we don't want to encourage any growth or anything as they're heading into their dormant cycle. So just lots of water, try to recuperate. I'll check to make sure that we have no pest damage or anything like that that came with them. And yeah, so what an exciting delivery. I'm super, super excited to plant some more green vegetation on the property that's gonna be food for me, the puppers, and the baby chickies. And you never know what other animals might be coming soon, so keep on watching. So I'm super excited. I will be planting these soon. I'll make sure to try to get a video of that. And then I've got some really great ideas and books on special pruning techniques for training plants. One to keep the size down where I can easily harvest all the fruit. And another might just be to make them look more beautiful. So make sure you stick around and watch for those videos too. So hopefully you get outside and plant a tree just for your health of it. We'll see you later.